Hey everybody, Lauren from Hearing Lauren here. I want to talk to you all about accommodations. I know that I've gotten questions about this a lot on my Instagram page. I wanted to cover what accommodations are and some accommodations that I have found extremely helpful for me, at least in my journey so far. An accommodation is something that allows you to have full access to something. So for me, I have a profound hearing loss and I have bilateral cochlear implants. So my accommodations allow me to have full access to all of the information that is being shared by spoken language, by videos, or anything like that. I'll talk about my current accommodations and then I'll go back and talk about what I had in school growing up. And so right now I have an FM system. I have a Roger pen. I highly recommend getting an FM system, especially for little ones in classrooms because they move around a lot, especially in kindergarten. An FM system is gonna make sure they have a direct link to what the teacher is saying, and that's huge. And I have closed captioning for videos. I know a lot of teachers gravitate towards videos to show examples of things and topics and anything like that. So closed captions allow kids and individuals to have full access to what's being said in the video, and they also help normal hearing peers catch stuff that they may not catch without captions. Another one of my accommodations is I have live transcripts. So what that is, I am given a browser and they will live caption my classes for me, which is really big because what I'm learning right now is huge and can potentially help somebody one day. It allows me to not have to worry that I'm missing something and then it affects my academic grades. I don't have to stress myself out with catching everything. If I miss something, I can go back and look and reference my transcripts to make sure I heard the right thing or see if there was something that I missed that could be potentially important. And I still have preferential seating, but I kind of give it to myself. I always sit in the front of the classroom anyways. That's a really big thing growing up. That is one of the main accommodations I had, was preferential seating to help with the signal noise ratio, the distance from the teacher, and all of that. Those are the accommodations that I have right now. Growing up, I had a 504 plan, and I believe what was on my 504 plan was captioning, preferential seating, notes from the teacher. I didn't use an FM system growing up because I'm super stubborn. What I would recommend for kids growing up that have hearing loss is definitely use an FM system. Based on what I've experienced with my FM system, it makes listening more of ease than challenging in the classroom, which is very helpful. And it reduces hearing anxiety and auditory fatigue. The only thing is with an FM system, if they are in small groups and the child is young, it may be hard for them to hear everybody while they're connected to the FM system, because when your hearing device is connected to the FM system and there's something streaming through the FM system, the microphones on the implant or hearing aid are actually subdued or turned down so that the signal from the FM system is the main source. And so if you have a young kid who is using an FM system, especially in kindergarten or anything like that, they may potentially miss out on what their peers are saying due to that. If your kindergartner's class is very group oriented, there's FM systems that you can place on the center of tables. There's many different types. If you feel like an FM system would help your child or even yourself, don't hesitate to ask your audiologist these questions. They have training in all of this and they can best recommend what would work with your amplification device and anything pertaining to that. They can also write a letter to your school stating what your child needs. For accommodations like preferential seating, they need an FM system, they need this and this and this. And that's another thing with accommodations. You cannot say, I want this, because if you say, I want this, they're not going to give it to you. Just how it is. But I learned that the hard way in college because I stated I wanted transcripts. And everything else was like, I need this because I knew it worked and that's what I had growing up. And they stated that transcripts for me were not a priority, so I did not need them. And so my senior year of college, I went up to them, my Office of Disabilities, and stated I need transcripts. And they're like, okay, we'll give them to you. If you are seeking accommodations, state everything you need. Like, it is a necessity for you to have this in order for you to be successful, or in order for you to have full access to communication. Your accommodations may look different than mine because we're all different individuals and we all have different needs for full access to communication. Figure out what works for you and what will help you be successful and help you have full access to communication, because that is what an accommodation is. And if you find that you are struggling to get accommodations, bring in your audiologist, bring in your ENT, bring in your primary care physician. Have a support system to back you on saying that you need your accommodations, because accommodations are very important to those that are deaf of hard of hearing, because it allows us to have that full access to communication. Whereas we don't have that full access with just listening with our devices, because we have to work really hard to listen to understand. Advocate for yourself. Always advocate for yourself and know that you are strong. You can be independent. You can be courageous, and that you are beautiful, and that nothing will ever limit you. And state what you need in order to be successful, and you will get that. And don't let people walk all over you and say that you don't need an accommodation, because they're not in your shoes. They don't know what you need. You know what you need, and you are the only one that can tell them what you need in order to be successful. So always advocate for yourself and know that deaf is beautiful and that it will never limit you, but you have to advocate for yourself. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos in the future, subscribe. If you haven't seen my latest video, go check it out. If you have any thoughts, comments, or anything like that, pop in the comment box below, and stay tuned for more videos. Bye!